Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect and the 1/3. Alright? And shalom to all the brothers out there in the highways and byways presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice, as scriptures teach us. Alright? And back with a quick lesson. And this one is actually going to be on because we see these celebrities on TV, and many of our people envy these celebrities and praise these celebrities as like if they're gods. All right? And they live their life striving to be like these celebrities. All right? The celebrities become their main role models. Okay? Well, these celebrities are really here to distract you and keep your mind off of following a righteous path to the Lord. All right? You see, none of these celebrities care about Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. All right? Because they received their constellation on this side already. All right? They didn't already sold their soul. All right? Matter of fact, let me start off with that. Let me start off with that. Because in order to be a celebrity on this side, you would have to sell your soul. All right? Salakia. All right? You would have to sell your soul. All right? The devil ain't going to just give you nothing for free. All right? This is Matthew 16:26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? You see? So, you see these celebrities and you think that they're living good because of what you see on video or on TV. And you don't see what's going on behind the curtains.
22, Super Bowl 56 at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. The halftime show was being promoted as a huge moment for the culture. Hip-hop finally front and center, legends sharing the stage. Then, out of nowhere, 50 Cent appeared upside down, recreating that iconic moment from his past, instantly grabbing attention. And that surprise entrance is where this controversy really started to crack open. That surprise moment had the whole internet spinning. Memes everywhere. Throwback energy heavy.
And see, all of this is distractions, okay? All of this is distractions. All right? This is Proverbs 15:16. Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. All right? You see, these guys got a lot of money, all right? These celebrities got a lot of money, all right? But a lot of them are suffering, A lot of them are suffering. You just can't see them sitting in their mansions and they're suffering, or the wickedness that they're doing behind closed doors that you can't see. And how their demons are just eating them up at night. All right? A lot of people want to be rich and wish they were rich, but with being rich comes a lot of suffering and a lot of trouble. All right? You know? This is Psalms 37 and 16. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. A little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. All right? Hey, and like I like to always say, hey, less is more. You know, the less you have is more. All right? You know, you really only need food, clothing, and shelter. You know, all this other stuff is just extra that people want. All right? There's a difference between your wants and your needs. All right? A lot of people don't know how to distinguish the two. You know, they end up making their wants their needs. All right? That's why Scripture says, a little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. You know? So, hey, yeah, you can have 5, 6 cars, you know, BMW, Lexus, Rolls Royce, whatever. All right? You can have all of that, but what is it going to do for you? What is it going to do for you when you're a wicked individual living a wicked life? What is it going to do for you? You know? Because the Lord doesn't care about the materialistic items that you possess. The Lord doesn't care about that. All right? This is Psalms 49 and 6. They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him. You see? And like I said, the Lord doesn't care about none of your materialistic items or the money that you have. All these celebrities, they're not going to be able to bribe the Lord. All right? On the day of wrath, they're not going to be able to bribe the Lord and be like, hey, Yahweh, I have 50 million. You take this 50 million and let me in the kingdom. You know, the Lord, he doesn't care about that. Their money is going to be nothing and no good to the Lord. All right. You can't. That's why it says none of them can by any means redeem his brother. You can't save nobody with it. You can't do anything, nor give to God a ransom for him. Okay? Which means what that's saying is your money is nothing. Okay? Your money is going to be nothing. Your money is nothing to the Lord. All right? This is Matthew 19 and 20. The young man saith unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? And Yahushua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. Okay? And that proves to you, you see how this man was worried about all his, he had a lot of possessions, you know? He had a lot of possessions. That's like if Yahweh Shai was on the scene today and he went to one of these celebrities, okay? If he went to one of these celebrities, any celebrity, you could just pick one, okay? If he went to Jay-Z and said, hey, if you want to follow me, go sell everything that you got, and then you could just come follow me, okay? And I'll lead you right to the kingdom, all right? You think that Jay-Z, somebody like Jay-Z or these other celebrities is willing to give up all those materialistic possessions that they have and all that money that they have? You think that they will be ready and willing to give all of that to the poor? No. Because those items, those items that they possess is what makes them. Without those items, the houses, the big mansion, the car, they would feel like nothing. All right? They would feel like their whole world is crumbling around them. Okay? Because their whole image was made based on the items that they have around them. Okay? So I got one more scripture. This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. So at the end of the day, the point is, we look at these celebrities because they have them all over the TV every day, all day. They're all over social media. You look at these celebrities, and these celebrities are put in place, for a young child to grow up envying his favorite celebrity. Then he starts impersonating him. Then, that's why you have a lot of these young kids they just want to be rich. Or you ask them, what do they want to be when they grow up? A lot of them say they want to be a famous rapper. Okay, famous basketball player, They see all these rap videos with their favorite rapper holding all this money, and they want that, and they envy these rappers. Those rappers become their idols, and they don't even think at all about Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, but they don't know. At the end of the day, as the scripture says, Proverbs 11:4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. So, hopefully this was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone. Shalom.